This Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, Ed Wallace and myself will interview the attorneys for Karen Reed, Robert Alessi, and David Yannetti.
Yes.
And the very first thing that's entered with regard to the location is inaccurate, right?
I guess so, yes. No.
You never saw what condition it was in?
No.
Whether there was any signs of struggle down there?
No.
You never saw if anything was tipped over?
No.
You never saw whether there was any blood or other trace evidence down there?
Objection, Your Honor.
The objection is sustained. You've made your point.
The defense moves for a mistrial with prejudice based upon intentional misconduct that just occurred before the court and for the jury. This regards questioning and representations in questioning by Mr. Brennan. These two documents are from the criminalist's file, specifically Ms. Maureen Hartnett's notes regarding cuttings from the hoodie sweatshirt that's in the crime lab file folder.
Just give me a minute to read this, Mr. Alessi.
Yes, Your Honor.
So is it that there are no holes in the back? There were no holes in the back of the sweatshirt?
That's only part of it, but that is in fact the case, Your Honor.
Okay.
You were not with Ms. Reed on the late evening of January 28th or the early morning of January 29th of 2022, correct?
Correct, I was not.
You have no personal knowledge of when Ms. Reed had her last drink, correct?
Correct.
Were you informed that she went to John O'Keefe's house in Canton and was the only adult in the house at that time after 12:45? Are you aware of what type of alcohol John O'Keefe had available in his house at that time? Were you aware that she was waiting for John O'Keefe to come home, but he never did? Do you have any personal knowledge of whether Ms. Reed poured herself a drink during the hours of 12:45 a.m. and 6 a.m. on January 29th of 2022?
No, I do not.
Oh, you think it's possible that it could have been shot off into space, sir?
As an engineer, it's a possibility.
It's a possibility that
Absolutely.
this Lexus could have been shot off into space?
Yeah. Highly, highly unlikely. But
All
again,
right.
you're asking an engineer about possibilities and probabilities.
Let's get back to reality.
You intentionally brought up DNA. Based upon that intentional mention, the defense moves strongly, vigorously for a mistrial with prejudice. A mistrial with prejudice.
You arrived in your marked cruiser. You had your overhead emergency lights on. When you parked, you left your motor running, correct?
Yes.
And when you got out of your cruiser, one prominent sound that you heard was Karen Reed screaming at the top of her lungs. She appeared to be in distress. She appeared to be crying.
I did not see her crying.
She was hysterical.
Yes.
She was very loud.
Yes.
And you could hear her yelling throughout that movie.
Correct.